Okay, so how does a blind person work out and get around at the gym? I'll explain to you how I do it coming up. Hey, welcome back to the channel, Blind to Billionaire. It's great to have you back with me. So how does a blind person get around and work out at the gym? So I'm going to explain to you how I do it. So here I'm at Lifetime Fitness in Chanhassen, just doing a little bit of a workout, and I thought it might be an interesting topic to explain how I actually get around and work out at the gym. So what I do is I'm always here with someone. When I come to the gym, I am always with someone, whether it's Corey, typically it's Corey. Otherwise, I have at some points, I've been able to come here with different assistants or people who act as a PCA. And so when I'm at the gym, what I'll do is I'll typically have the person who's with me bring me to a machine, and I'll say I'm going to use this machine for 5 or 7 or 8 minutes, whatever it is that I decide that I'm going to use the machine. And then I'll ask that person to come back in that amount of time. So I'll use the machine and do whatever I need to do. And when the person comes back, if I'm done, I'm ready to move on to the next one, and we'll repeat the process. If I'm not done, I'll tell that person to come back in a few more minutes, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 minutes, whatever it is. So that allows me to be somewhat independent using the machines here at the gym by myself, but then also being able to work out and then just have somebody assist me when I transition from machine to machine. So that's typically how I do it. I don't come to the gym by myself. I haven't done that in quite a few years. I would prefer that, but obviously that's just not realistic. But the way that we do it right now, by just having someone drop me off and then come back in whatever amount of time, I find that works out pretty well for us. I also have at times worked out side by side with different people, so it's like we'll switch off using the same machine. While I'm resting, then the other person will be using the machine, and then we'll run through a few sets doing that way. So that's also another option, but I don't prefer that as much because I feel like there's not as much independence doing it that way. So that's typically how I do the gym. It's really easy. Also, when we get here, we use the family locker room. So it's a family locker room, and you can go in there, male, female, whatever. So we do that because it's easier to access the locker room when we can actually go in there together, throw all of our bags or whatever we have into the locker, and then head out to the workout floor. So, and then in the locker room, they also have private changing rooms. So we can obviously do that, male and female. So yeah, that's just how I work out at the gym. It works really well for us right now, and yeah, so that's my experience. So how do I, when I'm transferring from machine to machine, the person who's with me, I'm just going to say Corey because that's who is usually with me. So what we do is I've actually, I've been working out and I've been coming to the gym for quite a few years, so I know just about every machine here on the floor. I've probably used every machine quite a few times. So typically, they also have the layout it's pretty methodical how they have this laid out. So for example, they have one row that's all legs, another row that's maybe like arms, biceps, triceps, another row that's shoulders and chest, another row that's kind of like odds and ends, well, I should say maybe like abs and back. So they have it laid out in a way that makes it easy to determine what machines are for what body parts. So anyway, I understand the layout pretty well, and I've been using this gym for quite a few years. So what I'll do is I'll say something to Corey like, hey, I want to go to chest press. So then we'll go to the chest press aisle, and I'll explain, there's maybe like 2 or 3 different chest press machines, and I'll explain that I actually want to go to a very specific machine. So then she'll bring me to that one. And so for example, like the machine I'm on is a chest press, and there's maybe 2 others that I also use and that I'm pretty familiar with. But when we get to the machine, she will bring me straight onto the seat. So she'll kind of like line me up and then walk me so that I walk up to the seat directly straight ahead of me. So then once I'm actually on the machine, I know how to use all of these because I've been using them for so many years. So that's how we navigate and transfer machines. As far as once I'm on the machine, I am familiar with them enough that I know how all of them work because I've been using them for so long. But these types of machines, they're pretty I mean, they're pretty basic. They have a pretty general range of motion. So then from the range of motion, it's pretty specific. Or pretty easy. All you do is adjust the seat, and then you can adjust, you know, the hands so that it fits your body. And then we just have a stack of weights. So then we just select whatever weight that I want for that, you know, specific machine. So it's pretty easy. Anybody can do it, and on all these machines too, it has, usually it says the name of the machine, what body part it's focusing on, and it actually shows a little description of the muscles that you're focusing on, and maybe even how to use the machine. So they're pretty easy, these machines. Free weights are a different story, because you're just using those for gravity. So this location, this gym, Lifetime Fitness Chanhassen, is very easy for me. I'm very familiar with this one and all the equipment. The other gym we go to is Lifetime in Plymouth. That gym is a little bit newer to me. I don't know the layout as well, and I still recognize all the machines. But when I go to that gym, what's different about that one is I actually go into the men's locker room by myself. And to do that, I use my cane to navigate. So what I do is I walk into the locker room with my cane, and I use it to navigate to my locker, which is designated for me and it's reserved for me, which is pretty nice. So then I just go into the locker room, do whatever I need to do, and then come back out and I meet Corey right outside the locker room door, and then we head out to the workout floor. So that is my experience at the gym as a person who is blind. I really enjoy coming to the gym, and we found that this is pretty easy for us. So we're usually here about, I don't know, 4 times a week, something like that. So if you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comments section. But otherwise, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you on a future video, probably tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.